Okay, truly, I feel like I'm getting a little bit carried away. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, whatever, dude. It's not. You don't have to feel bad about. I'm like, why do I feel bad? I feel like I'm getting carried away. I guess I'm like, I don't want this to become a habit. I don't want to like walk around with my camera 24/7 doing video journals. But anyway, I was just thinking, yeah, it's really a good thing you're not an alcoholic and a drug addict, because if you were, it would have killed you. It would have absolutely taken you out. How would you have been able to quit? I mean, instead of fiending for nicotine and that being my problem, I would have been like, oh, heroin, or getting, loaded on booze. That sounds good. I think that probably would have been really difficult to hide. But I think that there are a lot of people that drug addicts that can do it. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? You know, I mean, is that a good point? Like, if you could hide your drug addiction, you can hide. Why can't you go out there and willfully and vehemently accomplish what you want in life? So I don't know, something like that. But it's interesting. No, I'm just saying that it's a really good thing that I was not a crack addict. That's a good example of a drug, because you don't have track marks. You smoke the shit, and I'm sure there's a physicality that would be a telltale sign. But who knows? There's lots of people that are in denial. Like, oh, my husband, he's not doing crack. He's not smoking crack. No, he's sober. He looks pale and thin because that's his genetic makeup. That's his biological factor. That happens, of course, and I'm just really glad, because I think at this point in time I'm like, yeah, it totally would have fucking taken you out. There's no way you would have lived. You would have been this guy that just craves drugs, and there would have been long periods that would have just taken over your life, and you wouldn't even, being discontent at your computer and discontent being non-active and feeling all down on being down on not being able to write, not feeling inspired, they would have been a moot point, because they would have just been like on a long list of things to get around to, because you'd be so enveloped in this psychosis of wanting to go out and buy crack and smoking crack, and diabetes and crack. Boy, I don't think that they go together at all. no, I do. I think it would. At this point in time, I firmly believe it just would have taken you right out. This has been good. I really enjoy this. I'm feeling good now. I went for a brief a walk that wasn't long enough. I mean, it's cold. I was a little bit discontent. I was kind of discontent. It was cold, and there's that I don't really know where I am factor, so I don't want to get too far away from my car, because I don't know. It's little things like, is my car going to be towed? But am I really, really paranoid? Do I know better that my car is not going to be towed? Of course. Your car is not going to be towed, but anyway, the bottom line being, you feel so much better. You just went for a little walk down the street and you feel 10 times better. If we can just get that point where I'm thinking about, like, I don't want. Why does it have to come to a point where you're like that, in that old man on your last legs symptom, and you're like, I'm quitting tomorrow, and but we can't do a cold turkey because that's just not an option for Matt, because you take all the inability to quit in the first place with the agitation and the fiending, and pretty soon it just doesn't work. Although when I was younger, it did work on more than a few occasions. Not for very long. A few months. I don't, I'm not really proud of the fact that since the age of 16 or 18 or um, boy, there's a story I just thought about. When I was 18, I was out smoking at a pool hall in Redwood City when the law had gone into effect, but people were kind of like, we're not going to pay attention to your law. And this pool hall, was just loaded with smoke, and it was right in Redwood City, right across the street from Sequoia High School. God, talk about the good old days, I guess, going back in a time machine. I was there, I was actually there. And anyway, I went to play pool with a friend of mine, and we were smoking cigarettes, and I was like, smoke, oh yeah, I'm going to buy a pack. And I remember I smoked like a chimney. Just one after another, and we left that pool hall, and I was so nauseated. I was just a bucket full of nausea. I said, I will never smoke again. I'm positive. I said, I'll never have another cigarette. This is ridiculous. And I probably did last a few months after that. I probably did. And then, who knows, a party came along or something came along. I have this funny memory, this kind of unfortunate memory of being, like, turning 18 and being a non-smoker, and then going one day, like, oh, you can buy cigarettes. Like, it wasn't a big deal, and all of a sudden, I was like, and I went out and bought a pack. Literally, I remember that. It's so weird. And, so, it's just one of those things. One of those things.